Welcome back to the conclusion of Victor's Sentinels of the Future. Hopefully, we can bring it all together to explain the significance of this three-part series of Victors. Listening to a quantum reversal is similar to observing an image. Each time you look at it, you can find something more, and sometimes you have to look at an image quite a few times before you can get the whole picture. I found that out recently when observing the Mars images. Especially if your focus is on another path or area in the picture. So without any further delay, I am going to start this presentation off with the entire revised version of Sentinels of the Future, which is 11 minutes long. Unfortunately, the rest of this video will be a little longer than I expected, but here is the first part. Please use headphones while listening to Victor as it will help you to hear more.
Now stop it, he said. Let's see the parts one. Hey, I think you're saying something bad there, Victor. Victor, right? That wasn't it. Hey. You're not supposed to say that.
What do you say?
We'll play it back on the TV.
Yes.
Yes, it's so funny. Sounds funny.
He goes, tell him, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Молодец, Зоги. Молодец.
You're a good boy today, Victor. Very good boy today. How's Betty doing today?
He goes, I see. He goes, I see the play pickup penny. I can't talk. Zurück.
.com. Good boy. You don't bite hard. Good boy. People see you on TV, they're gonna say, oh, Victor's so beautiful. Oh, yes, and the TV now we so be. Help it. Yeah, help me. Help it.
I think when he goes, I think he's flattered when he coughs like that, eh?
He's happy, that's all. He's happy.
Yeah, that's not. You know, we're not seeing it, not seeing it. Looking at me.
Oh yeah, you are. Yep, Victor who's talking to the people. Oh yeah, you. Why are you bad? You're not bad. Yeah. You got me out.
Victor, it hurts.
My derriere hurts, it sounds like he says. You're a dumb.
Picture's done, Victor. See?
Very good, Victor.
My picture's done. I like it.
You like his picture? What's that say, Victor? Yes, that's the...
Galing. Not just give it.
If you'll hear it.
Please, sure, get another street.
Okay, that's good, Victor. Did a lot of these.
As you may have noticed, I have spent a considerable amount of time on images from Mars, and there has been a reason for that. In the last presentation, I had some confusion about why others were not seeing these same signs of life and ruins on Mars, and even suggested that the angels were interacting with the images somehow. Since then, things have become clearer to me, as others are beginning to see these strange anomalies as well. So I would like to review some of the events that have demonstrated synchronization over the last month or so, that have helped me to gain this understanding. It made me think more about how some images can be manipulated, and most people will try and debunk anything that is out of their current scientific understandings. Then the debunkers will often claim that you cannot trust anything that you see on the internet, using the same resource to discredit it. Looking at this from another perspective, makes me understand how difficult it is to get the truth about many things that are happening in the world today. Yes, lack of belief is something that can be manipulated quite easily, when there are people everywhere trying to debunk anything that goes against their own belief system, and that is why humanity needs a heavenly, unwavering, true source for providing the correct information that will help us grow spiritually. And when we reject anything that relates to God, the angels in heaven, we really are on a path that is going to cause much confusion in our soul. And when we have confusion in our soul, we are devolving spiritually. When we are devolving spiritually, we are going against our quantum nature and off the path God created for us. God created us in His image as beings of love and light, so we can spread that love throughout eternity. When we devolve more than we spiritually evolve, our soul can return, basically where it left off, and has to try again to move up to the next level of spiritual evolution. Each higher level of spiritual evolution ultimately brings us closer to God. In the previous parts of Sentinels of the Future, Victor said some very amazing things. Some of which I did not even realize was synchronized to what is happening now with the images that are coming from Mars. Looking at what Victor talked about, I hope you're able to see the relevance, because more than ever, the rovers on Mars are showing us images of what is up there and possible. Another important part of this synchronicity is when Victor said, our paradox will keep him in sync to our song. By the way, the synchronicity of God is just another form of prophecy coming into fruition. When Victor said these things 20 years ago, I did not really know what he meant. Since then I have been working with reverse songs, and understand exactly what he is talking about now. On March 16, 2021, I did 2 song reversals which have these messages in them, and talk about Mars. These song reversals were from the Supremes, Stop in the Name of Love, and Conan Gray's, Heather. This is what they said. I can tell you, your heaven is ready to premiere something. God will release events that we all feel shall begin mounting trust. For the angels, who at least never fear a course that heaven is now proposing, you can now seek the pleasure with everything God's showing people. God shares with people normal stuff like, we're born again. When we're born again, God shares the melodies of prophecy, and we'll get trust and love that we all seek. Watch the fools pass over a song of a real announcement. We must say, President Biden developed the bill that ensures and sets peace, for it saved them. You see, angels were waiting for peace to be back, and seeing good this way, for all humans that were at war against evil. We want to give God every happy song that we, and Ryan have, on a real mission, that will be a journey, as you're able to feel heaven's path call for you. For you must know who's on path for a war against heaven, or nothing revealed in this karaoke magic, will be regarded by anyone. We smile on the release of a melody-made philosophy all of you may carry throughout eternity. God is so pleased for humans watching Mars. Then in Conan Gray's Heather the angel said, "We will share forever, hallelujah, worlds that you will search and help through your fears. We need it here, so our family now may answer, if you can fare with them well. If your passion will look up toward the love it has, God can caress even that memory, and savor trust that helps your spirit as needed. For sure, God's angels shall advance, when we all are happy they are out searching for worlds like this. It is true that humanity lives through our heroes. Through fears, they'll know, and answer to all, we shall not perish too, in a nightmare that can cause humans disease." You're hearing a proverb with miracles. Of course on Mars, they may have ignored those messages that cause the destruction and death of everything good, until you have touched the repulsive things you see there. It's not the wrath of God, but insolence of lives we all tried to help. There are worlds of pure insanities, and actions, and humanity now can see that world. To advance for real, and be absolved, we shall share with a wish of Adam, and will cherish him more. When we are seeing war, we hurt in the evil of total annihilation. What else remains, for in this, but Earth's part in the future? There was one other song that I just completed a reversal on from Maroon 5, that said, Ryan will tell us, we're masters up in heaven, visiting each world, to push the words of a soldier who is on a mission to foster goodness. Now that we have a better understanding of this event, I want to review a couple more images from Mars, that should help to bring the final part of this synchronicity of God into a better light. A couple of them are new ones, and the other is one you have already seen. The good part of documenting these images is they cannot be faked because they are coming from Mars, and I am sure there are hundreds, if not thousands of people documenting these videos. So they will always be available, even if NASA decides to take them down at some point. Again, I am using a YouTube Common Science video to get these images. You can see the name of the video and when it was posted if you want to verify it yourself. Have a look at these, once I magnify them a bit. The one may be a little clearer than the other one, but they are very similar to the images we have seen before. And for the second time, we have spotted these bird-like images which I believe are translucent angels or beings of light. I think they are there because they want to show us that what they said about them trying to help Mars is the truth, and therefore they are giving you a visual representation of it. Why would they choose birds? As I said before, 3 budgies were what started this miraculous event, so that is another way to help us confirm that they are angels. Remember, an angel is a spiritual being of light that can most likely take any form it wishes, and at this particular time, they have chosen the image of birds. They can also choose to take on any size they wish as well, so even if these images are very small, the point is they are revealing themselves in it. This next image looks like another intelligently designed structure that very much looks like a pyramid. Some people, and even NASA might say, they can't be, because they are too small. Listen, I really don't care or know how big or small the anomalies are in the images, because I feel it is irrelevant. If you think about it, how do we know how big sentient life forms would be on another planet, and what they are capable of constructing? We have ants that construct mounds on Earth, and they are incredibly powerful, compared to other forms of life we know exists here. This next image seems to defy the laws of physics. At first glance it looks like it could be a shadow, or even a dust cloud. Yet the metallic object that is at the top, where the head would be, is suspended in mid-air. The fuzzy figure seems to have tentacles for legs at the front and side. Not only that, the metallic object has signs of a propulsion system at the rear of it. It also has windows at the side, and looks much like a small boat. When I first saw this image and talked about it in a previous video, I was so amazed, I was a little skeptical about it. Since then, I have changed my mind, and believe it to be 100% real. It also came from Common Science Channel, which is a highly respected resource on YouTube. Here is the original screenshot I took of the image from that channel. The reason I decided to talk about it one more time is because it sums it all up in one image. It has angels, dinosaur-type creatures, and ancient ruins. We just finished going over Victor's Sentinels of the Future, where he talked about alien worlds, and how we would soon begin to see what is up there, and possible. He spoke of how the angels have come to help humanity, so we do not end up like Mars did, for if we are not careful, we will damage Earth so much that it will not be able to support human life, now or in the future. Also, the two songs mentioned how the angels tried to warn past civilizations of Mars, but they wouldn't listen. This image represents the reality and repulsiveness of what is left of a thriving civilization like Mars, that most likely destroyed itself due to wars and improper use of resources. It also shows how Mars has basically started over with new forms of life, much like Earth, back in the time of dinosaurs. These life forms are at different stages of spiritual evolution, and these three angelic beings are the Sentinels of the future, standing in the mouths of the caves, ready to help these living beings in their spiritual evolution. Tell me something, which one of these beings would you prefer to be if you had a choice? The angelic bird-like ones, guarding and protecting life, or one of the serpent-like beings we have spotted throughout many of the images being presented from Mars? Or perhaps you would like to return in your current form as a human. If our soul does have to return at some point to Earth for further spiritual evolution, will Earth look like this? And if it does, how will you become a human again, if there are no humans left on Earth to continue the next stage of spiritual evolution?
That completes this presentation. To hear more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at theangelscrolls.com.